Hey there guys, Next Gen Strike here, back again for another Legend of Korra review, and today we are here to review Season 2 Episode 6, The Sting. And I really like this episode. This is probably up there with... Actually, you know what, this might be my favorite episode thus far, because it actually added a lot to the table that I really liked. So, with The Sting, I guess before we should begin, there is another thing I need to talk about. Now, of course, you guys do know that I recently made a Legend of Korra video where I discussed if it could possibly be canceled or moved to a different station or whatever. And I recently looked at the views for the, what was it, the Peacekeepers? That's what it was called last week. And it was only 1.1 million, which is over a million under last week's. And this season was already not doing too hot to begin with. So the fact that it's not even... I mean, it's like barely over a million, so that's really bad. So, yeah, this could be really bad if they don't figure out how to, help themselves out. Now, if I had to guess, this would probably be because they moved times pretty much out of nowhere. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's not on at 7, I guess I'll just turn the TV off. So, yeah, a lot of people were kind of confused. So, yeah, that's my guess. Hopefully this week's will have a lot more views because, well, it was a lot better of an episode. Of course, last week's had a lot going for it, and it had a lot moving in. But, of course, this week is when things really started picking up, and I really liked it. So, with this episode, mainly focused on Mako. Thank you, Legend of Korra creators. Finally making Mako a freaking character, and I actually like him. He's pretty cool. He's not Mr. Bland Firebender guy anymore. He's freaking Mako, and he's awesome. So yeah, I guess we should go over the general plot and I'll give my thoughts as usual. So basically this episode is about him investigating what's going on. Of course the cops are, well, those two cops are just, laughing him off, being like a joke, and Beifong doesn't even take interest in it because pretty much everyone thinks it's the Northern Water Tribe because everyone thinks that Varrick is evil and blah blah blah, which, it's actually, I'm not so sure he is evil anymore, but I think... Well, he's definitely going about it the wrong way, but he could be kind of like Tarlok, where he was, well, I guess Tarlok was kind of evil, but I don't know. I mean, Unalaq could change around. We don't know. But anyway, I'll talk about that a little bit later. So, Mako's investigating, and he goes to the Triple Triads, and he's like, we're going to set up this thing, and Asami's like, yeah, let's do this. And, he tries to get Bolin to help, but Bolin is too busy doing propaganda for Varrick, and Varrick is just such a cool character, and his twist at the end is pretty cool, but we'll get to that later. So yeah, so Mako, he's with the Triple Triads, and he like cuts him a deal, and it seems like it would go pretty well until Mako hears that they're going to double cross him, which not too surprising, but it was definitely an interesting twist. And then we got a really cool action scene where Mako was using a lot of cool firebending, and then there was a boat chase, and etc etc. And I guess another thing I really liked about this episode was that not only did it focus on the secondary characters, Mako and Asami, which needed a lot of attention, which they should be considered main characters, right? But they weren't, or they really haven't been up until now, which I really like because they're both really good characters. And Asami, man, her life is just awful. Like everything is taken away from her constantly, and it just sucks to be her. But I like how they're playing that up where, they kind of left it open where, she's going bankrupt, but they didn't really focus on it, and now she's literally ruined. And, she was heartbroken from Mako, and it's like, her life is just awful. And now there might be a chemistry between her and Mako again, which I like. They're a lot better of a couple than Korra and Mako, so let's just keep those two together, please, because, quite frankly, Asami took that breakup way too well, and... yeah, it was just ridiculous. She should have had some sort of remorse. She should have used that at some point or brought it up, but she didn't. So I found that kind of odd. So that romance could be interesting. I like them a lot better than her or Mako and Korra. So we'll have to see how that goes. But that's not really the interesting thing. And it's that Varrick is evil. Now, Varrick being evil, that is a really good twist. I did not see that coming. Now that is Avatar quality writing, because literally this guy seemed like he was actually kind of the Sokka of the group. He was the thinker, he'd come up with all these ideas, and now he's evil. So I find that to be really interesting, and that of course makes me question if Unalaq is evil, because why would Varrick be setting up Unalaq and getting all these people rallied up behind him if he's evil, like they're obviously in this together or something, like something's going on. They're either working together or Varric is setting him up so that he is considered evil. Not to say that he's not evil. I mean, I don't know if he's doing righteous or not, but I don't know. I don't think he's the main villain. I think Varric is going to be the main villain. Now that could be misleading, but the way they played it off, I'm thinking that's not. And they're kind of getting backed into a corner again, which I like. I like that feeling of being backed in the corner, because Amon constantly did that last season. Well, a few episodes not really in, but eventually he did, and I really liked it. So it looks like the season is finally picking up, like seriously picking up, because now Korra's got amnesia, which I don't really care about, but this is going to be her way of going to the spirit world. And speaking of, is she on the turtle island that Aang was on? Because if she is, that'd be pretty cool. And they've got the sages there. That could be like their new location, because Avatar Aang was like, ooh, let's put them on this mountain, and if the Avatar ever needs this place, then here they are. And it would prevent other people from getting there. It would prevent any sort of corruption, and yeah, I think that'd be a really good idea. So I'd say Avatar Aang did do that, sorry. And yeah, I mean, the next episode is going to be about the first Avatar. I forget his name and starts with a U, I think, but I don't know. It's gonna be a 2-part episode. Now they're not. I don't think they're showing both parts together. Oh, they are actually. Next week is a 2-parter, so yeah, you have that to look forward to. Now, I guess going off of that, do you guys have any sort of speculation? Because the series is definitely getting interesting, and I like Varric as the villain. I like how Mako and Asami are developing, and how Bolin, obviously he's going to make a serious mistake by going with Varric, and he's going to end up screwing him over at some point. I thought the explosive thing was really cool. I doubt Varric is getting set up. I don't think this is unintentional. I think he really is the bad guy, but who knows? It could be another twist. But yeah, I think this is really getting interesting. And let's see, anything else I can really think of? Yeah, I can't really think of really anything else. So yeah, comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are. You guys look forward to next week. Do you think Korra's views are going to go back up now? Do you think this is becoming a really good series again? Or what are your thoughts? And pretty much, I think that's all. So I will. Oh yeah, and I also liked the random thought. I liked how they connected the triple triads losing their bending back to season 1, because it feels a little more connected, not just random story. So I like that. And yeah, I think that's it now. So that's all I had for now, you guys. If you liked, please thumbs up and subscribe, because I will be making all these reviews until season 2 is over. And then I'll hopefully do later seasons. But anyway, that's all I had for now. Catch you guys later.